So guys, today we are going to discuss BTC macro chart. Yes, I know that my title of the video says recovery, and all what you see on BTC these days is multiple red candles. And if you can see, 3 days ago we fell, okay, what is this percent? On 4.6%. And the next day we fell almost 7%, I believe. Yes, this is around 7.3%. And the day after, let's check every day the bleed on BTC here. So the next day we fell almost like 5%. And today, I think it was 4% maybe. No, another 5.2%. But what do we have on the chart here? This is the low, which was on February 6th. And the price of BTC was then 59,930. I'm not saying that there is no liquidity below, but this could be a major bottom. And I'm going to get into the reason why I am going to say that this is going to be a major bottom, or might be. There is a possibility of this being a major bottom. Of course, my previous videos also counting Elliott wave structures, I would say that we still have more downside. But chart is saying something different, guys, here. The stock market is at all-time high. Let's check the stock market. And what do we have here? If you can see, we barely have, what is the percentage we have a drop on stock market? Let's see on S&P. What was the drop here? 1.37% from the all-time high. And what about NASDAQ? Let's see NASDAQ. So we don't have that kind of drop, guys. This is only in crypto, 1.98%. This is also a tech stock, and we do not have this drop. Stock market is on its all-time high. So, okay, let's delete. So coming back to our original chart of BTC, and why I think this could be a bottom here, and why I see more higher prices on BTC. There are Elliott wave counts where you can count entire this structure over here as a 1, 2, 3, finished here 4 and 5. And all the correction what we have right now is an A, B, C correction to the upside here. So what we are expecting the price to do here, we are expecting the price to even take this low over here, which is 59,930. That means if the initial drop here from the all-time high was a 5-wave structure, and we have a corrective structure here as an ABC, then what we are expecting from this ABC top, we are expecting another 5-wave structure as a zigzag correction from this top here to this low, and this is the counter trend rally, and then we are expecting another drop as a 5-wave structure, same as what happened here. We are also expecting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what we are expecting. This is what everybody is expecting. But what if we do not get this? What if we do not get this drop to the downside, and this entire structure over here, the drop what we had is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an impulsive 5-wave structure? Because if you see the internal waves, they are all 3-wave structures. I do not see, okay, the first wave here. Let me delete this. So I'm going to use the arrow. And the first wave, I can say, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have an ABC correction to the upside. And then this is a 1, 2. So, and this becomes a 3, right? Okay, I can see 1, 2, another 1, 2 within this third wave. I can see 1, 2. And this, let's say if we count this one as third wave. Why the fourth wave is already exceeding, I mean, overlapping on this first wave. So this is not a regular third wave here. This is already having a discrepancy with the third wave. So this might not be the third wave, and we might be getting here a ABC move. So if this is an ABC move, and then we have another ABC to the upside here, because you can count this always a corrective wave structure, whether it is a WXY or an ABC on Elliott wave structures, you get 3-wave move towards the upside. And followed by these 3 waves, we have another 3-wave correction to the downside. So this looks like, this entire structure here looks like an ABC correction from the top. Okay, so okay, inside A, this, if we consider as a wave, we have an ABC correction down, and we have an ABC counter trend rally as a B wave, and then we have an ABC correction to the downside as an entire ABC structure. Now you can say that this could be an ABC, but in primary count, this could be from entire drop from this ABC could be just another A wave. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is possible. And what we have here, an ABC correction, could be a B wave. And then we are moving towards the downside as a C wave. This is a normal, this is a correct, a valid count in the Elliott wave structure. But the probability is saying maximum at this moment that this ABC structure is going to play out to the downside. And we're going to get, for Bitcoin, around 49,000, between $35,000 to $49,000. But is it really going to happen? If you can see on Ethereum, we have already got a sweep of the lows. Let's go check on Ethereum here. So this was the correction, entire correction from February low. And if you see, this was the low here, and we have already swept that low. This is the sweep of the low. That means the entire liquidity was forming here. The liquidity forming here is just because the traders were going long in here. They were going long in here. And on every bounce here, they were going long. And when traders are going, when they see the price is plummeting to the downside, they're going short, and the liquidity piles up here. So what happened here? Traders went long. So all that liquidity was piled in here, was taken out by this move here. So all those longs are stopped out. So what's happening right now here? We are already down below this Feb 6th low, and people are shorting at this zone here. And what's going to happen next? This price is going to reverse from this side to take out this liquidity. If this is just an ABC correction here, because let's say if from here, this structure, let's draw ABC. If from top here, this is an A, B, and an extended C wave correction here. Okay. Then can you count this as a flat? This is definitely an extended flat, because on the third wave means the C wave, I do count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the downside. And this fourth wave haven't even touched this first wave here. So this is a valid count as a ABC correction here. And do we move up from here? We can. This is a probability of moving up here, because the entire market right now is so bearish. And nobody wants to believe that there is something bullishness exist in this crypto market. So going back to BTC chart, I want to show you guys something. So if this was an ABC correction here, and what we are having is not an ABC, because we have swept the low on Ethereum, but we haven't swept the low on Bitcoin. So what it makes me believe that this entire move up here, I was drawing in previous video that from this bottom here, this could be a first wave, this could be the second wave, and then we have 3, 4, 5. One of the scenario, this being a leading diagonal here, as this structure from 2 to 4. Okay. And then I also talked about this correction over here being an A, B, C. Guys, now this entire wave up, let's talk about from here also. I drawn a 1, 2 impulsive wave correction over here to the top, and then I talked about this being an ABC from here to the downside. This is an impulsive correction, but proportionally this doesn't look right here. So what I'm going to do instead, there is another possibility which I see on the chart right now, and that is also another leading diagonal, and that diagonal is counted from this zone here. Okay, so the leading diagonal goes like this. From this bottom we have the first wave to the upside, and then we have the second wave to this bottom, and then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as third top. Well, if we go lower time frame on this first wave, we still can see 5 wave structure over here. Okay, I'm going to show after this, but this is on daily time frame. And then let's continue from here. So we have an ABC correction to the downside as the fourth wave. And then entire this move up, I also can count 5 wave structure here, which I already counted multiple times in my previous video. And this top comes around here. So what if whenever you are getting this leading diagonal on okay, this is not compressing, maybe contracting leading diagonal, but this is already a parallel chain here, and this is a possibility of a leading diagonal. And right now, leading diagonal, whenever you get a leading diagonal, this is the lowest probability, but whenever you get that leading diagonal in Elliott wave structure, the correction of this leading diagonal will be brutal, and it's going to be deeper correction, which we are getting right now from this zone here. And I'm counting this as an ABC correction. And we do not take that low. Yes, on Ethereum, we took out that low, but on BTC, we haven't taken out that low. And here we also can argue that this could be a multiple 1, 2, 1, 2 structures from here. This is 1, 2, and then another 1, 2 here. Let's get to 4 hourly time frame, and I want to show you that why I was saying this first wave over here could be also a leading diagonal. Sorry, so the impulsive move up. So let me show you. So if you can count this entire move up here, I can count from here, this being 1, 2 structure, 3, and this is a flat correction 4 here, and this is being 5 as a ending diagonal here. Okay, so we have the lower time frame 5 waves up. So if you begin with this 5 waves up here, then you also need to have ABC correction. I'm talking about this is a lower time frame. Now we are on hourly time frame here, and this is that ABC correction. Now, if the first wave is a 5 wave structure here, the second wave should be also a 5 wave structure. So what do we see here? This could be 1 overlapping 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely the 5th wave did not hit high, but it doesn't have to. It can hit lower. So this is the second wave which is push up, and then what we have is an ABC correction from this top here. Okay, so we have 5 waves up here and 3 waves correction, and then another 5 wave up, 3 waves down, and we have another 5 wave up from this zone here. So this was 1, this was 2, and entire this move here was 3, and this is a flat correction over here as a 4, and we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 wave structure inside this. So I'm not saying that all this move up here is not another 1, 2, 1, 2 structure. Guys, you can see here this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is 3, this is 4 and 5. Sorry, this is 4 and 5, and again 4 and 5. So there are multiple 1, 2, 1, 2s here. I'm not saying that the bearish count is not valid. The bearish count is also valid. But there are some other scenarios where I see that the price can go higher from this zone. And I also can count from this top here as an ABC correction, as a WXY, let's say. So this is an ABC, an ABC to the upside, and ABC to the downside. The total move down from here, from this top, as a W, X, and a Y. Okay, this is also possible. Unless we sweep this low over here, which is 59,930, and this is the invalidation for us to move higher here. Okay, entire discount, if we are sweeping this low over here, then it is invalid. But for now, I still see this one as a higher low here. This is the low, and we have a higher low. And we are ready to go from this zone towards the upside. And if we break this invalidation level, which is at 59,930, which is the lows, previous low from February 6th, and if you sweep that low, then we are invalidated to the move towards the upside. I want to get into macro structure of the BTC, but before that, I would like to also show you that the Orca TKW long and short ratio, the Fibonacci level, and I was talking about this one in my previous video, and we were actually dollar cost averaging into a long order from this top to this bottom here, and these are those levels here, and we were trying to dollar cost average from the top. There was a green zone for this line. Let me activate that one also. So that was around 50%, and I tried to get into a long here, but the strength wasn't there at this zone. Okay, the green zone here, the strength wasn't there. I got stopped out at the entry. when I entered, I got stopped out from the entry. So then I started to get into a lower time frame structure. I will show you how to find out in the lower time frame a proper entry where you do not lose any capital from your initial investment when the price returns to the same entry where you entered the market. And then when the price went to this yellow zone, these are the levels. I said in my previous video that gray zone is barely touching in this kind of dollar cost averaging Fibonacci levels. But the gray zone was touched, and actually the bleeding never stopped there. And we are at this 0.1 level over here right now. So this zone is also important. Unless we sweep this low over here, as I said, 59,930, we are still bullish. Now we get into macro. Let's use the weekly time frame, and I'm going to delete this structure here. Okay, so if we see Bitcoin all-time price from the beginning, from 2012, what do we see? This is my Elliott wave count from the beginning. I haven't drawn internal structures here, but this is my primary count from beginning of BTC price action. And let's only concentrate right now on this fifth leg, which already have internal waves plotted in. And you can see that we have finished at 1, 2. And all this entire move up here, this one, I'm calling this one as a third wave. Of course, there is a possibility where you can call this as a third wave here. And this becomes the fourth wave here. And we have already done with the fifth wave around this zone here. Or also, you can count the internal wave here from here, this zone, as a one wave, wave 2, wave 3, and a wave 4, and a wave 5. So if the internal count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as a 5-wave structure, then this third wave here, it comes and finishes over this zone. So if the third wave finishes at this top, then the fourth wave should be somewhere here. And then we have the final fifth wave. I have the target for this entire correction to finish, and then it can move higher prices. And if there is something bullish in BTC or in any altcoins or crypto market entirely, if there is some bullishness left, and this entire correction over here from $126,000 top is just the third wave, and then we are moving down as a fourth wave, we should have another wave towards the upside. The minimum target for the fifth wave over here, this is the fifth of the fifth leg, and the minimum target is 139,593. This is the .786, which is taken from second bottom to the third top and to the fourth bottom here. And this count is invalidated if you see this invalidation over here. This is 59,930. If it is going to break at this time, so this count is going to be invalidated, and then we might be moving to the lower prices. But right now, since we haven't broke this line over here, which is invalidation line, which I put here, and if we haven't broken this, then I count this bullish structure still alive, and we could be hitting up higher. The maximum price can travel here is 220,000 US dollar for BTC. And the fib levels, which usually has to retrace from this second bottom to the third top. .236 is the minimum target to retrace, and .618 or even .786 is also a good target for wave 4 to retrace. And we have hit already 0.618, and that was around 63,800, and now we are slightly above that price. So if we have to be bullish, if we have to get some bullish price action here, we have to move up from the price what we have right now. And for the bearish count, guys, all this structure is invalid. You can delete this and use this third wave finished over here, fourth is finished here, and fifth we are already done with this. We have the first ABC to the downside, and we are already finished with our B wave, which is another ABC from this zone here as a BC correction to the upside. And now what we have is just a 1 2 1 2 structure, and this goes to the hell. This goes even beyond. Let's use the fib levels, fib extension level from this way and to this top here. So the minimum target around 30k, guys, and 1 to 1 is around 16.5k. I don't think we have that big of a bear market, but let's count if it's a 0.786 level around 30k, and this comes also around this zone over here. So that is probably also coming next to that order block over here. This is the massive order block here. Okay, so we might be coming to tap into this order block. We have fair value gap also. Fair value gap over here. This is the place. So it's also exactly falling around that zone, and we might come back down here to retest. If the count is already over for the bullish count here, which I already placed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we are looking for an ABC. The larger ABC comes entire structure here, ABC as a A, and this ABC as a B, and then we are moving down as a C here. So we are already in the beginning of that structure. We might have some type of recovery over here as a fourth leg, because we have a multiple 1, 2, 1, 2 structure here. So probably we will have from here slight recovery to the upside as a 4, 5, 4, 5, and then we can again get an ABC move to the upside, because within this C structure we should have an ABC, right? So we have an A already finished, this is a B, and then we are moving to the downside. So that's how you can count if you are bearish. And I want to give a try here. This is my thing. I want to give a try unless I see this price breaks here, this invalidation zone. I'm going to give a try for the long orders over here. Still I'm long, and that's why the title of the video is still in a recovery zone. And now I want to get into some altcoins, which is Solana, Link, and Sui. So let's get into Sui first. We have not much of a price action over here, so I want to get into Link. Let's see what's cooking with Link here. Let's get into weekly time frame. This is only macro analysis, guys, and I want to show you something surprise of a move here, what we have on Link. If you take the volume profile from the entire price action here, what do we have? Can you see this point of control over here? We have already hit that point of control on this part here, and we've been churning over here. So building the price action, and the low haven't been taken yet. So this is already bullish on Chainlink. This is a massive order block, guys. Okay, and we have more price action over here. This is the value area low, and we have point of control, which we already tapped into. This is the October 6th wick, I think. Let's zoom in. Yep, this is October 6th. Yep, this is the wick, and we have already taken that liquidity from there. This is the initial bottom on Feb 6th. Yeah, because this is weekly chart, so it's showing 2nd of Feb, but this is the 6th Feb bottom, and we have a higher low at the moment. Okay, so still we are bullish on these altcoins unless we break this level over here. First we break this point of control, and then we have to see if we get any strength in this value area low. If we do not get any strength here and the price moves down, so the next support going to be this large block over here. This is the highest volume traded over this zone. So we will have to look out at this zone around $2.39 for Chainlink. We do not have much of a price action over here in altcoins, because BTC is the one which is the grandfather for this crypto. And what do I see here at the moment is this is just going to be an assumption, guys, because we do not have any price action before. So what do I see? This might be a third wave here. This is again clearly assumption, and this might be the initial move to the downside as a wave A, and probably this might be the B wave, and we have already bottomed here at the C wave, and might be creating a triangle over here. So 1 point, 2nd point, 3rd point, 4th point. What happens to the 5th point? We break towards the upside. So that's what I see on Link, unless we break this low, the low which I already said, point of control at this zone, and this zone here. This was the previous low. This is the chunk of what you see, the price action here. This is a large order block, guys. The price was here from June. Let's see what exactly, sorry, May. This was already May, and we have left this price action in October. That is 5 months of price action, guys, there. So for 5 months, Chainlink was consolidating over here. So this is in a Wyckoff trading method, you can call this as a accumulation range. This is a tape reading here you can do. Like there is a upthrust, there is a sign of weakness, and then after that a higher low over here, and we have a spring, and then we have a test one more time. So this is the higher low again, backup action, and then we move towards the upside. So we are back into that trading range over here. This is the largest volume block. order block over here, and I prefer this price not to go beyond this low over here. So that's the point of control. So you already understand the chain link. I'm bullish on chain link here. And let's go into Solana. Solana, in my previous video, I was mentioning that I'm waiting for $50, $45 to $50 price. And let's check the volume profile for this entire price action. And what do we have? We have already broken down from the value area high. And what do we have? We have already taken this low, swept the low. Okay, I will zoom into this chart. Let's see. So this was the initial low here, which was on February. And yes, we have taken that low here. You can see we have pierced that low. That is the liquidity grab there. And let's see. The point of control comes around this $20, $21 area. So can we drop till $21? I think it's a less probability at the moment, but if BTC is going to go to 35,000, so from $70 to $20, what is the percentage of drop? So let's say this is $70. So another 70% correction. BTC, if it drops from 70K right now, what is the price? 64K. And if we drop to 35K, that is almost like 50%. And Solana drop 70%. Okay, it's possible, but I don't think that is a most probabilistic scenario. But this is a crypto market, guys. Anything can happen. But let's look into Solana a little bit more as an Elliott wave structure here. What do I see is a 5-wave structure over here. I would like to take this as a 1, 2. Oh, okay. Again, a 1, 2. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 3rd wave here. And we have the 4th wave as a flat correction. And then we have this entire move up as 5th wave. So that is the internal count for the primary 3rd wave. What is primary 3rd wave? From this point, this is 1 here, and we have a 2 over here. And entire this internal move as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 becomes this point here, where we ended the 5th wave, becomes 3rd wave. Okay? I made a mistake here. So this 4th. So the 4th wave ends up here somewhere. We will use the fib levels for the retracement and find out where exactly the retracement should be. And the 5th wave can end up higher here. We still do not know the target, but I will keep it here right now. And I will change it to primary. So in a primary count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see these are the places which I used. And within that 3rd wave here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have internal 5-wave structures for Solana. And now what we are having at the moment is just an ABC correction from the top here. Okay, we have swept the low. We might have more price action to the downside, but it could be finished because we see in if we think in BTC, if we see in BTC that the price already bottomed, then we will have altcoins move more faster than BTC. So let's draw fib retracement level from 3rd top to the 2nd bottom. So let's take from here to this 2nd bottom here. So what do we have? Okay, I have to reverse this one. So from here, this is the 2nd bottom and this is the 3rd top. So what do we have? The minimum retrace, what we can have on the 4th leg is .236, .382. And what we have right now is the maximum retrace what we have on Solana, that is 0.786. So now if we are bullish, and we have already finished the correction, I do not see the price. I do not want to see the price to move towards the downside. Initially, I was waiting for a $50 price for Solana, but for me, I'm going to dollar cost average at this price. And then what is the extension of this 5th leg? If I want to count from the fib extension tool, then I'm going to take this as bottom here. So that we can move up to, we can go higher. We can go and sweep this liquidity from this place. We can go higher, sweep entire this liquidity here. Okay, sweep this one, and then that's it. We can move from that place to the downside. Okay, minimum target is 285. This is the top over here. Whatever the price comes here, This is $296. So let's say $300 for Solana, and a 1-to-1 level comes around 345, and the maximum extension what you can have is 1.618, that is $516 for Solana. And again, if we break that low, let's talk about this low what we have right now. We have already broken, right? So if we are plummeting towards the further to the downside, then we might not be finished with this correction of ABC. We will have to draw the fib levels from this A to the B top. And what we can see here is we have already hit that .786 level, and the 1-to-1 level comes around 53 zone. This is why initially I was waiting for that $45 to $50 price for Solana. And Solana, since we have already dropped now, it's a perfect place now to dollar cost average. So this is for spot buys. I'm not talking about future chart here. I'm not going to trade this one at this moment. Now finally, let's go into SUI and see, we do not have much price action over here. What I see here at the moment is that we have already swept this low here, and the price already forming a wick at the moment, but this is weekly chart. We still have another 3 days to finish this candle over here. So we have broken the level, and we are below. We have taken the liquidity, but we have another liquidity level over here. But if you pay attention on other charts, like let's talk about Link or XRP or Solana, we have already broken beyond this zone here. This was the October 6th week, and we have already cleared that one in February drop. We have cleared that liquidity already. Let's check Solana. Do we have October? So we do not have it here on this week. So whatever the price action what we have, or the bottom was on February 6th. So let's check XRP. I should have XRP, yes, here. So XRP, if you can see here, this was the 6th of October bottom, and we have already cleared that liquidity a long time ago. And what do we have on XRP? Did we break? No, we have a higher low here. So this was the low here, and we have a higher low at the moment. So will we break this? We are yet to find out, but if we get strength on BTC, then I think there will be strength in altcoins. We might get, if the bottom is already in on BTC, then we might get altcoin season, which we were waiting for a very long time in last cycle. Finally, it could happen in this 4-5 months. So this is the pre-election year. So there might be a pump, there might not be a pump. So we cannot really rely on altcoins. So once we have finished, okay, that last chart was the SUI chart, and what I was mentioning here, that we haven't swept this low here. So there is a probability, highest probability on SUI, that we can break this low, clean the liquidity once more, and then we can head up higher. So let's check the volume profile here from all time price action. We have broken that highest volume zone, and that is already this POC level already broken down. Definitely we have swept this low to clean the liquidity over here. We can bounce from this area, but for the Elliott wave, I still do not see enough structure here to draw Elliott wave structure. But yes, of course, in my last video, I talked about this being a leading diagonal over here. So, and a leading diagonal from this point, we have dropped here. So this is that first wave from here, first, second, third, and whatever this is right now, we are in that fourth wave. If this is the one, then we can count this as fourth wave. So we are looking for another wave up, which is the fifth wave here. Let's zoom into 4-hourly time frame. I want to see if this low is in here. If we have an ABC correction on SUI, then we will need to know that the low is in or not. So from this top, if we take this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a wave, then this is a B wave here. Then can you see, guys, it's been hit exact to this 1-to-1 zone. So there is a scenario where this could be an A, B, C, guys. Okay, the fourth wave is a little bit not clean here. This could be 1, 2. The fourth wave is very shallow here. So cannot say exactly what is going on with the SUI. It can definitely hit this low here, 56 cents. What is this price? 49 cents here. So this is a 1.618 extension. But since we have swept this low, for me, it's a good place for initial dollar cost average. So I'm not going to go full bag on this, but this could be the place. So we have hit that 1-to-1 level. We have good reaction. Now we have to see if this reaction continues and take us more higher from here. If this price builds like in 5-wave structure here, then definitely we have a bullish price action. And then we could have a 3-wave correction. Then again, we can have 5-wave move up. So that's how the price develops. So we will have to monitor this in future and check if we really have the strength, or this is just a dead cat bounce, probably a wave 4 from here, like a flat correction. And then we can move to the downside. What happened here? Okay, let me draw this once more. So we could have a flat correction here. And then we could move to the downside. Take out these lows. So anything is possible. But for me, I'm going to talk about what are the possibilities and what I'm going to do in this market. I'm going to get into dollar cost average at this zone. This is the first zone where I can get into dollar cost average. So that's it, guys. That's the update for BTC. We have also done some altcoins, Solana, Sui, Link. I forgot to do Ethereum. I think I will do it next time. So if you like this content, like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe so that you have my update video for the next time on your YouTube feed. And until then, I see you next time. Trade safe. Peace.